Here we go. So one of the phrases that we use when talking about business that's really, really powerful is that money goes to those that are prepared to handle headaches. Okay, let me say it one more time. Money goes to those that are prepared to handle headaches. And really all that means is that if something's like super easy, there's probably not as much profit margin in it. But the more headache or the bigger the problem that we solve for a business owner, for a company, for an individual, usually the more profit that there is in that. So it's one of those things that if you get really good at solving big problems, the likelihood that you're going to make big profit is right there. So when we're working our business, I just always want you to keep in mind that the bigger the problem, the more money there is. Okay? So that's number one. Another one, a good decision now is better than a great decision later. A good decision now is better than a great decision later. And really what that means is get into action. Because what happens so often is we make decisions and we think we've got the perfect video in our head, or we've got the perfect blog post in our head, or the perfect presentation in our head, or the perfect language to use. And then we get procrastinating because it turns into, oh, I've got to think about it, I got to massage it, I got to make just the right thing, I got to make sure the right color is on the thing, and I got to make sure the right language is in the thing. But here's the thing, at the end of the day, a good decision today is better than a great decision later. Okay? Next up, this is a little tip that I use in big presentations, and I can tell you almost every time I give this away, the people that understand the algorithm of YouTube, it's literally like the point of the year for them. If you don't use YouTube or you don't understand YouTube, it might seem a little far-fetched, but for those of you that use YouTube, use short form content, use video, this is going to be huge. And that's this. You want to take and create a fake word that nobody else is ever going to search on YouTube, right? So you might say like tube 27, right? And then what you take is you take that keyword and you put it in the description, in the keyword tag section of every single video. So it'll be tube 27, tube 27, tube 27, tube 27. Now, do not use your password, okay? What you want to be able to do is use that fake keyword in all your videos, and the algorithm will start suggesting your video to more people simply the way the algorithm is written inside of YouTube. Okay? Next up, huge point, we talk about this very often, and that is how to build communities. And the bigger your community that you build, the bigger the tribe that you build, the more likelihood that that tribe is going to be able to follow you along your journey. So if you're selling a product, a good, or a service, you want to speak to a specific type of folks, then building that community is massive for you. So for example, my friend Debbie, I put her in air quotes because she is a real person, has built a Facebook community of over 140,000 real estate agents. That community will help provide bread for her family for years and years to come, because with that many people in a community, we can tap into offering them different products, goods, and services as they go. Okay? Next up, this is a huge one. Not a lot of people do this, especially in the smaller business realm. I don't think a lot of people do this in kind of the affiliate world, the network marketing world, kind of in that micropreneur world. But I can tell you that almost every business past that does this, and they do it for a reason. And that is, you always want to be building your business as if it's for sale at all times. Are your customer accounts worth anything? Are your communities worth anything? How are you making decisions? If you can make decisions that represent a decision that would be made by somebody buying the business or selling the business, you're going to be way better off. Here's why. If you then decide to sell the business or exit the business and you've left all that stuff off, number one, you're going to get a lower price for the business. And number two, it's not going to be nearly as profitable for somebody to come in and take over. And that's basically for you. Okay? Next up, power of photography. Facts tell, stories sell. if you can get really good at recognizing that in social media posts, in brochures, in any type of marketing, if you can tell a story using pictures and then you also use words to tell that same story, it's a double whammy. Masses of people are flipping through their phones today. They're only looking at pictures, right? So us getting somebody to read what we write is not going to be nearly as easy as if we are using pictures to tell that story. So especially when you're doing marketing and advertising, you want to make sure that your pictures are actually explaining exactly what we do. Okay? Let's see, what do we have here? Oh, another great one. This is huge for us here on this call as well, and that is that you've got to go where your customers actually are. Not where you think they are, not where you want them to be, but where they actually are. If you work in a business environment or a business community or you sell to business folks and that's kind of your lane, maybe LinkedIn is better. If you sell to, visually stimulated women, then maybe Pinterest is a good place. Maybe if you are going a little bit broad, like it's a barbecue, maybe that's Facebook for you. But you want to go where your customers actually are. And you have to be realistic to know that your customers are actually there. We like to make decisions on data, not what we feel. Okay, so go where your customers are. Next up, we only have just a couple of left, and that is surround yourself with team, advisors, mentors at all times. You know, I work with a lot of people that have bigger companies, CEOs of organizations, even in publicly traded companies, they have what's called a board of directors. And that just basically means there's a table around the CEO, and those board members bring different ideas, different points of view, all into the table so that she can make a better decision as a CEO. So as a CEO of your own business, whatever that looks like to you, you want to make sure that you've surrounded yourself with mentors, coaches, role models. Multiple people have more coaches than not. Put yourselves in rooms where you're going to be able to have those people give advice. And the last one that I'm going to go through today is actually very simple. It's action, action, action. Speed loves success, and money loves speed. So if you are a procrastinator, here's the reality. Shortening that time or that distance from when you hear something to be able to making a decision can be massive for the profitability of your company. The folks that hold off and procrastinate and think about it, that's when it slows the whole thing down. It makes things harder. You've got teammates that are getting slowed down, and you are becoming the bottleneck. So the faster we get into making decisions, the faster our business is going to grow, and we're going to unleash the profitability of that company because we're now making decisions. And remember that a good decision today is better than a great decision tomorrow. So, you guys, success loves speed. And what that really means is that success loves speed and money loves speed. So success and money love speed. And that goes back to action, action, action. How fast are we making decisions that impact our business? And if you recognize that success loves speed, right? And money loves speed, the energy of money loves being moved around, the slower we make decisions, the more procrastinating we are, the slower we make all of these things in the business world work. So remember, action, 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 and remember that a good decision today is way better than a great decision tomorrow. I'll put it one last thing. A crappy video done will always outperform the perfect one in your head. So you guys, with that, a great call today, a great interaction today. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you back here on Monday morning next week, 8 a.m., same time, same bat station. Have a great day. Anything that you need, post it up in the post or on the affiliate group, and we'll get you taken care of. So with that, you guys have a great one. I got to go record a giant presentation. I'll see you guys later. Ciao.